Everyday Wins. The Mindset Shift You're Missing. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Success often feels like an elusive finish line, always just out of reach. We set big goals, dream of grand transformations, and wait for the right moment to change everything. Yet, more often than not, life gets in the way. The motivation fades, obstacles pile up, and we're left wondering, why does this feel so hard? The answer isn't a lack of talent, ambition, or opportunity, it's a missing perspective. We've been conditioned to believe that success lies in monumental leaps forward, but the truth is much simpler. Real, lasting success is built one small step at a time. This book, Everyday Wins, The Mindset Shift You're Missing, is about redefining how you approach growth, achievement, and fulfillment. It's about embracing the power of small, intentional actions that compound over time into extraordinary outcomes. At its core, this book is a call to action. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, and start celebrating the small victories that move you closer to your goals every day. Whether it's committing to a single healthy meal, writing just one sentence of your dream book, or taking 2 minutes to express gratitude, these small wins are the foundation of a thriving life. But this isn't just about productivity or ticking items off a to-do list. It's about transforming your mindset to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It's about building resilience through consistent routines, cultivating gratitude for the journey, and aligning your daily actions with your larger vision. Throughout these chapters, you'll discover how to reframe challenges, break free from self-sabotaging patterns, and design a life that celebrates progress over perfection. You'll learn from real-life examples, practical exercises, and evidence-based strategies to create momentum and keep it going. This isn't a book about overnight success. It's about waking up every day with purpose, confidence, and the belief that every step you take matters. Because it does. So are you ready to shift your mindset, embrace the power of small wins, and create a life of intentional growth? Let's begin the journey toward a life built on everyday wins. Chapter 1. Redefining Success. Imagine a woman named Sarah, who dreams of becoming a writer. For years, she's waited for the perfect time to write her book, a summer off from work, a quiet retreat, or a sudden burst of inspiration. The result? A decade passed, and her dream stayed just that, a dream. Sarah's story is common. We often equate success with monumental moments, landing a dream job, achieving a major milestone, or experiencing life-changing breakthroughs. But what if we've been looking at success all wrong? True success isn't born in a single leap. It's built step by step through small, deliberate actions that compound over time. This chapter is about redefining success, not as a destination, but as a journey shaped by everyday wins. Society glamorizes overnight success. We idolize the entrepreneur who skyrockets to fame, the athlete who sets a record, or the artist whose work suddenly goes viral. These stories, while inspiring, often leave out the years of small, uncelebrated steps that paved the way for those big moments. The problem? When we chase big goals without acknowledging the smaller victories along the way, we risk burnout, disappointment, and a constant sense of inadequacy. Success isn't about grand gestures, it's about consistent effort. Reframing our understanding of success allows us to see progress, even when it feels incremental. Think of success like building a house. The final structure is impressive, but it's the daily laying of bricks that makes it possible. Each brick, each small win, creates a foundation for the next. Here's why small wins matter. 1. Momentum. Achieving a small goal creates energy and motivation to keep going. 2. Confidence. Small wins reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. 3. Clarity. By focusing on small actions, you can adapt and refine your path without being overwhelmed. Example. A runner training for a marathon doesn't wake up one day and run 26.2 miles. They start by running a single mile, then 2, then 3. Each small milestone builds toward the ultimate goal. To redefine success, start by shifting your focus from outcomes to actions. Instead of obsessing over the end goal, celebrate the actions you take today that align with it. From perfection to progress. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Progress, however small, is a win. Your journey is unique, and so are your wins. Think about a recent accomplishment. Was it a massive, life-changing event, or a small step forward? How did it make you feel? Returning to Sarah, our aspiring writer. Instead of waiting for the perfect time, she committed to writing just 300 words a day. Some days she exceeded her goal, other days she barely managed. But over a year, those small, consistent efforts added up to over 100,000 words, enough for her first book. Sarah's story highlights a critical truth. The path to success isn't paved with monumental leaps but with intentional, everyday actions. Success isn't a mountaintop, it's the trail you carve each day. When you redefine success as a series of small wins, you'll find fulfillment not just in the destination but in every step along the way. Take a moment to reflect. What small win can you celebrate today? Chapter 2. The Science of Small Wins. Picture this: a young woman, overwhelmed by the clutter in her home, decides to tackle just one drawer a day. Within a month, her space is transformed. What seemed impossible became manageable through a series of small, intentional actions. This isn't just a feel-good story, it's science in action. Small wins aren't just about making progress, they fundamentally change the way your brain works, building momentum and rewiring your mindset for success. In this chapter, we'll dive into the fascinating neuroscience of small wins and explore why these seemingly minor achievements have such a profound impact on our lives. Your brain is wired to respond to success, no matter how small. Every time you achieve a goal, whether it's writing a paragraph, exercising for 10 minutes, or organizing a single shelf, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Here's how it works. 1. Dopamine and motivation. Dopamine creates a sense of pleasure and reward, making you want to repeat the behavior that caused it. This is why small wins are so powerful. They create a positive feedback loop that encourages consistent action. 2. Confidence boost. Small achievements signal to your brain, I can do this. Over time, this builds self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed. 3. Stress reduction. Achieving small wins reduces the overwhelm of tackling large goals. Your brain perceives progress, which decreases anxiety and increases focus. Researchers studying workplace productivity found that employees who tracked and celebrated small daily accomplishments reported higher motivation and job satisfaction than those who didn't. Small wins may seem insignificant on their own, but over time, they add up in extraordinary ways. This concept, known as the compounding effect, is best illustrated through these analogies. Just as small deposits grow into significant wealth through compound interest, small actions build toward big achievements. Fitness. Running 1 mile today won't make you a marathoner, but running 1 mile every day for a year creates the foundation for that goal. The key is consistency. Small, repeated actions create momentum that propels you forward, even when progress feels slow. Think of a long-term goal you've achieved. What small steps contributed to your success along the way? While big goals are inspiring, they can also feel daunting. Small wins, on the other hand, offer immediate gratification, helping you stay motivated and focused. Here's why they matter. 1. Sustainable progress. Unlike grand, sporadic efforts, small wins are sustainable because they require less energy and time. 2. Adaptability. Small actions allow for flexibility. If something doesn't work, you can pivot without losing momentum. 3. Emotional resilience. Celebrating small wins fosters a sense of achievement, even in the face of setbacks. Olympic athletes often break their training into micro goals, focusing on improving by fractions of a second. These small gains, when compounded, lead to world records. To harness the power of small wins, follow these steps. 1. Break it down. Divide big goals into smaller, actionable steps. For example, if you want to write a book, aim to write 500 words a day. 2. Track your progress. Use a journal, app, or simple checklist to document your wins. Seeing your progress builds momentum. 3. Celebrate every win. Whether it's a high five, a favorite snack, or a moment of reflection, take time to acknowledge your progress. What is one small action you can take today that aligns with your long-term goals? Small wins aren't just nice to have, they're essential to success. By understanding the science behind these incremental achievements, you can leverage them to build confidence, create momentum, and achieve extraordinary outcomes. As you move forward, remember, it's not about doing everything at once, it's about doing one small thing, consistently and intentionally, every day. Chapter 3. Momentum over perfection. Perfectionism is a sneaky thief. It convinces us that starting isn't worth it unless we can do it flawlessly. But here's the catch: waiting for perfect conditions often means never starting at all. Consider Ethan, a fitness enthusiast who spent months researching the ideal workout plan but never stepped foot in the gym. He was paralyzed by the idea of doing it wrong or failing. Meanwhile, his neighbor Chloe, who simply committed to walking 10 minutes a day, built the momentum that eventually led to a sustainable fitness routine. Ethan's story isn't unique. Many of us delay progress in pursuit of perfection. But as Chloe's example shows, starting imperfectly is better than not starting at all. Perfectionism often masquerades as a strength, but it's rooted in fear of failure, judgment, or not being good enough. Here's how perfectionism sabotages progress. 1. Analysis paralysis. Overthinking leads to inaction. The more time spent trying to perfect a plan, the less time there is for execution. 2. All or nothing thinking. Believing you must either do something perfectly or not at all often results in doing nothing. 3. Fear of failure. Perfectionists see failure as a reflection of their worth, rather than as an opportunity for growth. What's one area of your life where perfectionism has held you back? How might progress look if you embraced imperfection? Momentum is the antidote to perfectionism. When you take action, no matter how small, you build energy and motivation to keep going. Here's why momentum matters. 1. Action breeds action. Starting, even imperfectly, creates a domino effect that leads to further action. 2. Confidence grows through doing. Every small step reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. 3. Progress over perfection. Momentum shifts your focus from getting it right to simply getting it done. Imagine learning to play the piano. Waiting until you can play perfectly keeps you stuck. But practicing just 5 minutes a day, even with mistakes, builds the skills and confidence you need to improve. The idea of minimum viable effort is a game changer for those struggling with perfectionism. It involves identifying the smallest action you can take to make progress, even when motivation is low. Key steps to applying minimum viable effort. 1. Set a tiny goal. Break your goal into its smallest, most manageable component. For example, instead of committing to an hour-long workout, start with 10 push-ups. 2. Focus on consistency. Small, consistent actions matter more than big, sporadic efforts. 3. Celebrate completion, not perfection. The act of showing up, even imperfectly, is a win in itself. A writer struggling with procrastination committed to writing 1 sentence a day. Some days, that sentence led to a paragraph or a page. Over time, those small efforts resulted in a finished manuscript. Even with the best intentions, starting can feel daunting. Here's how to overcome common barriers. Barrier 1. Overwhelm. Solution. Start with just 1 step. If cleaning your house feels overwhelming, begin with 1 corner of a single room. Barrier 2. Fear of judgment. Solution. Remind yourself that no one else's opinion matters as much as your own progress. Barrier 3. Lack of motivation. Solution. Commit to 2 minutes of action. Often, the hardest part is getting started, and those first 2 minutes can create the momentum you need. Returning to Chloe's story, her 10-minute walks eventually turned into 30-minute jogs. Over a year, she completed her first 5K race. It wasn't about doing it perfectly, it was about doing it consistently. Chloe's progress illustrates a key truth: momentum creates change, not perfection. Practical exercises to build momentum. 1. The 2-minute rule. If a task feels overwhelming, commit to doing it for just 2 minutes. Often, this small start leads to more action. 2. The good enough test. Before starting, ask yourself, what does good enough look like? Aim for that, not perfection. 3. Daily wins journal. At the end of each day, write down 1 small win. Reflecting on your progress reinforces momentum. What's one action you can take today to build momentum, even if it's imperfect? Perfection isn't a requirement for progress, momentum is. By letting go of the need to get everything right, you open the door to consistent, meaningful action. Remember, the smallest step forward is still a step in the right direction. As you move forward, commit to starting where you are, with what you have, however imperfectly. Because every step, no matter how small, builds the momentum you need to create extraordinary results. Chapter 4. The Daily Habits of High Performers. Have you ever wondered what separates high performers from the rest? It's not talent or luck, it's their habits. These individuals don't rely on willpower or motivation alone, they've built rituals that consistently guide them toward success. Take Maria, a CEO known for her ability to juggle multiple responsibilities effortlessly. Every morning she dedicates 20 minutes to planning her day, 30 minutes to exercise, and 10 minutes to reflection. These habits are non-negotiable and form the backbone of her productivity. This chapter explores the daily habits of high performers and how you can implement them to create lasting momentum and success in your life. Motivation is fleeting, it's there one day and gone the next. Habits, on the other hand, are consistent. When you automate key behaviors, you remove decision fatigue and ensure that progress happens even on low-energy days. The science of habits. 1. Cue. A trigger that initiates the behavior. For example, brushing your teeth after waking up. 2. Routine. The behavior itself, such as exercising or journaling. 3. Reward. The positive outcome that reinforces the habit, like feeling accomplished or energized. Serena Williams attributes much of her success to her habit of practicing early every morning. The cue, morning alarm, routine practice, and reward improved performance create a loop that drives her consistency. While every person's routine is unique, high performers tend to share these common habits. 1. Morning routines. High performers start their day with intention. Examples include meditation, exercise, or reviewing goals for the day. 2. Daily goal setting. They identify their top priorities each day to stay focused. A common method is the rule of 3. Choose 3 key tasks to accomplish daily. 3. Reflection and gratitude. Journaling or reflecting on the day helps them process experiences and foster positivity. 4. Consistent learning. They dedicate time to learning, whether it's reading, taking courses, or seeking mentorship. Which of these habits resonates most with you? How could implementing it transform your daily life? Building habits doesn't require overhauling your entire life. Start small and focus on consistency. Here's how. 1. Anchor habits to existing routines. Pair a new habit with an existing one. For instance, stretch for 5 minutes after brushing your teeth. 2. Start tiny. Aim for small, manageable actions. Instead of committing to a 30-minute workout, start with 5 minutes. 3. Use visual cues. Set reminders in your environment. For example, leave a book on your pillow as a cue to read before bed. 4. Track progress. Use a habit tracker to monitor your consistency. Seeing your streak can motivate you to keep going. Example: James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, shares how he started flossing by committing to flossing just one tooth. This small step eventually grew into a full habit. Maria's success as a CEO is rooted in her daily habits. Every morning she spends 20 minutes planning. She reviews her goals and schedules her top 3 priorities. 30 minutes exercising. Physical activity boosts her energy and focus. 10 minutes reflecting. She journals her thoughts and expresses gratitude for the day ahead. These rituals ground her, helping her navigate challenges with clarity and purpose. Maria's story illustrates how small, intentional habits can have a compounding effect on success. Practical exercise. Create your own daily habits. 1. Identify your goals. What outcomes do you want to achieve? Choose habits that align with these goals. 2. Start small. Pick one habit to focus on for the next week. Keep it simple and achievable. 3. Reflect and adjust. At the end of the week, reflect on your progress. What worked? What didn't? Adjust as needed. What is one small habit you can commit to starting today? High performers aren't born, they're made through consistent, intentional habits. By designing your daily rituals, you can align your actions with your goals and create a life of purpose and momentum. Remember, success doesn't come from massive changes, it's built through small, consistent actions repeated daily. Start today by committing to one habit that moves you closer to your dreams. Chapter 5. Reframing challenges as opportunities. Life is full of challenges, unexpected roadblocks, failures, and setbacks. But what if every challenge you faced wasn't a threat to your progress, but an opportunity to grow? Consider Kevin, a young entrepreneur who lost his biggest client, threatening the survival of his business. Initially, Kevin felt defeated, but instead of giving up, he saw this challenge as an opportunity to innovate. He restructured his business model, diversified his client base, and ultimately created a more resilient company. Kevin's story shows that success isn't about avoiding challenges, It's about reframing them as opportunities for growth. Our perception of challenges determines how we respond to them. Challenges can either paralyze us or propel us forward. Why perspective matters. 1. Challenges trigger growth. Obstacles push us out of our comfort zones, forcing us to develop new skills and strategies. 2. Mindset shapes reality. Viewing challenges as opportunities transforms fear into motivation and setbacks into stepping stones. 3. Resilience through reframing. A growth mindset helps us bounce back stronger from adversity. Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps faced significant setbacks, including injuries and personal struggles. Instead of letting these challenges derail his career, he used them as motivation to refine his technique and mental focus. Techniques to reframe challenges. 1. Ask empowering questions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can this make me stronger?" 2. Shift from problem to solution. Focus on actionable steps rather than dwelling on what went wrong. Break the challenge into smaller, solvable parts. 3. View failure as feedback. Each failure provides valuable information about what doesn't work. Use it to adjust your approach and try again. 4. Practice gratitude in adversity. Reflect on what the challenge is teaching you and how it's shaping your growth. Think about a recent challenge you faced. What did it teach you? How could reframing it as an opportunity have changed your experience? Every successful person has faced setbacks. What sets them apart is how they responded. Oprah Winfrey's early career was marked by rejection and setbacks. She was even fired from her first television job. Instead of seeing these challenges as the end, she viewed them as opportunities to refine her craft and find her unique voice. Today, Oprah is one of the most influential figures in media. Steps to turn challenges into opportunities. 1. Pause and reflect. Before reacting, take a step back to assess the situation. Ask, what's the opportunity here? 2. Break it down. Divide the challenge into smaller parts and tackle them one by one. 3. Seek support. Challenges don't have to be faced alone. Reach out to mentors, friends, or colleagues for guidance and perspective. 4. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge each small step you take in overcoming the challenge. A small business owner faced a sudden downturn in sales. Instead of panicking, she used the opportunity to gather customer feedback, improve her product, and pivot her marketing strategy. The result? A stronger brand and loyal customer base. Practical exercise. Reframing a current challenge. 1. Identify a challenge you're currently facing. 2. Write down 3 potential opportunities hidden within the challenge. 3. List 1 actionable step you can take today to move toward a solution. What is one small action you can take right now to reframe your current challenge? Returning to Kevin, the entrepreneur. Losing his biggest client was a wake-up call. It forced him to analyze his business model and identify vulnerabilities. By diversifying his revenue streams, Kevin not only saved his business but grew it into a more sustainable enterprise. Kevin's story highlights the transformative power of reframing challenges. What seemed like a crisis became a pivotal moment for growth. Challenges are inevitable, but they don't have to define you. By reframing obstacles as opportunities, you can transform setbacks into stepping stones for success. The next time you face a challenge, pause and ask, what's the opportunity here? With the right mindset, every obstacle can become a catalyst for growth. Chapter 6. Celebrating progress over perfection. Picture this. Julia sets a goal to lose 30 pounds. She works hard, eating healthier and exercising daily. After 3 months, she's lost 10 pounds, but instead of celebrating, she fixates on the 20 pounds left to go. Her progress feels insignificant compared to the larger goal. Julia's story reflects a common trap. We focus so much on what we haven't achieved that we forget to honor how far we've come. In doing so, we rob ourselves of the motivation and joy that come from celebrating progress. This chapter explores the transformative power of acknowledging progress and why it's a critical step toward achieving success. Why celebrating progress matters. 1. Boost motivation. Each celebration reinforces the effort you've made, fueling your drive to keep going. The dopamine released when you celebrate progress makes the journey enjoyable. 2. Builds confidence. Recognizing your wins, no matter how small, affirms your ability to succeed. Each step forward is proof that you're capable of achieving your goals. 3. keeps you focused on the positive. Celebrating progress shifts your perspective from "I'm not there yet" to "look how far I've come." It fosters gratitude and reduces feelings of inadequacy. A college student aiming to graduate with honors celebrates each successful semester. These small celebrations keep them motivated through the rigors of academic life. Perfection is an illusion. It sets an impossible standard that leads to frustration and burnout. Progress, however, is achievable, measurable, and rewarding. Key differences: perfection focuses on the destination, progress celebrates the journey. Perfection demands flawlessness, progress values effort and improvement. Perfection is rigid, progress is adaptable and forgiving. In what areas of your life do you tend to chase perfection? How might focusing on progress instead bring more joy and fulfillment? Ways to celebrate progress. 1. Track your wins. Keep a journal or app where you record daily achievements, no matter how small. Seeing your progress in writing provides a tangible reminder of your growth. 2. Reward yourself. Set milestones and plan meaningful rewards for reaching them. For example, treat yourself to a nice meal after completing a major project. 3. Share your wins. Celebrate with supportive friends or family who can cheer you on. Sharing creates accountability and strengthens your support system. 4. Reflect on growth. Take time to reflect on how much you've learned and grown. Ask, what skills have I gained? How have I improved? Example: a writer working on a novel breaks the process into milestones, completing the outline, finishing the first draft, editing chapters. Each milestone is celebrated with small rewards, keeping them motivated throughout the journey. Returning to Julia, the woman on a weight loss journey. When she started celebrating each pound lost instead of fixating on the total, her mindset shifted. She began rewarding herself with non-food treats, like a new book or a relaxing day at the spa, for every 5 pounds lost. By celebrating her progress, she found renewed motivation and joy in her journey. Julia's story underscores a powerful truth: small celebrations create big momentum. Practical exercise. Create a celebration plan. 1. Define your goal. What are you working toward? 2. Break it down. Identify small milestones along the way. 3. Choose rewards. Decide how you'll celebrate each milestone. Ensure the rewards are meaningful but don't derail your progress. 4. Reflect on success. At each milestone, take time to reflect on what you've achieved and how it's bringing you closer to your goal. What is one recent achievement, big or small, that you can celebrate today? Progress is worth celebrating, no matter how incremental it may seem. By shifting your focus from what's left to achieve to what you've already accomplished, you create a powerful cycle of motivation, confidence, and joy. Remember, perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Celebrate every step forward, and you'll find that the journey itself becomes a source of fulfillment. Chapter 7. Aligning Actions with Vision. It's Monday morning, and Lisa starts her day with enthusiasm. She answers emails, attends meetings, and checks off items from her to-do list. By the evening, she's exhausted, but she realizes she hasn't made progress on her long-term goal of starting her own business. Lisa's story illustrates a common pitfall: confusing busyness with productivity. We fill our days with tasks but forget to ask, do these actions align with my vision? In this chapter, we'll explore how to ensure that your daily actions align with your long-term goals, so you can live with intention and purpose. The importance of alignment. 1. Clarity fuels focus. Without a clear vision, it's easy to get sidetracked by unimportant tasks. Alignment creates a roadmap, helping you prioritize what truly matters. 2. Purpose drives motivation. When your actions align with your vision, every task feels meaningful. This sense of purpose fuels consistency and resilience. 3. Efficient use of energy. Misaligned actions waste time and energy. Alignment ensures your efforts contribute to meaningful progress. Example: a marathon runner doesn't spend hours training by swimming laps. While swimming is beneficial, it doesn't directly support the goal of running a marathon. Common signs of misalignment. 1. Constant busyness without progress. You're always busy, but your long-term goals remain stagnant. 2. Feeling drained instead of fulfilled. Tasks consume your energy without giving a sense of accomplishment. 3. Procrastination on important goals. You delay meaningful work in favor of easier, less significant tasks. Think about your daily activities. Are they helping you move closer to your long-term goals, or are they simply keeping you busy? How to align actions with vision. 1. Clarify your vision. Define your long-term goals in detail. What does success look like? Why does it matter to you? Instead of saying, I want to get fit, say, I want to run a 10K race in 6 months to improve my health and confidence. 2. Break it down. Divide your vision into smaller, actionable steps. If your vision is to write a book, break it into milestones like brainstorming ideas, drafting chapters, and revising the manuscript. 3. Use the one thing principle. Each day ask, what's the one thing I can do today that aligns with my vision? Prioritize this task above all others. 4. Eliminate non-essential tasks. Use tools like the Eisenhower matrix to identify and minimize tasks that are urgent but not important. 5. Reflect and adjust regularly. Set aside time each week to review your progress and realign your actions. Ask, am I spending my time on what matters most? Example. A small business owner dedicates 1 hour each morning to high-impact tasks, such as product development or customer engagement, before addressing routine emails. Returning to Lisa. After realizing her actions didn't align with her vision, she made changes. She started by dedicating 1 evening each week to developing her business plan. She set specific milestones, like identifying her target audience and creating a prototype. Within a year, Lisa had launched her business. By aligning her daily actions with her vision, she turned her dream into reality. Practical exercise. Align your actions. 1. Identify your vision. Write down your long-term goal and why it matters to you. 2. Audit your schedule. List your daily tasks and evaluate whether they contribute to your vision. 3. Set one aligned priority. Choose one task each day that directly supports your goal. 4. Track your progress. Use a planner or app to monitor how well your daily actions align with your vision. What is one action you can take today to align your efforts with your long-term goals? Misalignment doesn't just waste time, it creates frustration and diminishes your sense of purpose. When your actions don't match your vision, it's easy to feel stuck, even when you're working hard. But the solution is simple: realign. Every day is an opportunity to reset your priorities and move intentionally toward your goals. Success isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. When your actions align with your vision, you create momentum, clarity, and fulfillment. Take a moment to reflect. Are your daily actions aligned with your goals? If not, what small change can you make today to bridge the gap? By aligning your actions with your vision, you'll not only achieve your goals but also find joy and purpose in the journey. Chapter 8. Building Resilience Through Routine. Imagine a storm shaking a tree. The weaker ones break, but the stronger trees bend and bounce back. Their strength lies not in avoiding the storm but in being deeply rooted. Resilience works the same way for us. It's the ability to recover from challenges, adapt to change, and keep moving forward. And just like a tree's roots, resilience is built through consistent routines that provide stability and strength during life's storms. In this chapter, we'll explore how daily routines create a foundation of resilience, helping you navigate tough times with confidence and grace. Why resilience matters. 1. Life is unpredictable. Challenges are inevitable, but resilience determines how we respond. A solid routine provides structure when everything else feels uncertain. 2. Emotional stability. Routines reduce decision fatigue and help manage stress by creating predictability. Consistent habits give us small wins that reinforce our ability to cope. 3. Long-term growth. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about growing stronger through adversity. Routines help maintain momentum even in difficult times. Athletes recovering from injury often follow strict rehabilitation routines. These routines not only aid physical recovery but also provide a mental framework for staying focused and positive. The connection between routine and resilience. 1. Anchoring amid chaos. Routines act as anchors, giving you something to rely on when life feels out of control. 2. Small wins build confidence. Completing routine tasks reminds you of your competence and capability, even during challenges. 3. Momentum through consistency. Routines keep you moving forward, preventing stagnation and encouraging progress. During the pandemic, many people turned to simple routines like daily walks or morning journaling to stay grounded and resilient in the face of uncertainty. Creating resilient routines. 1. Start small. Focus on one or two key habits to build consistency. Begin with a morning routine that includes a 5-minute meditation or a gratitude journal. 2. Make it meaningful. Choose routines that align with your goals and values. If physical health is a priority, incorporate exercise or meal planning into your daily routine. 3. Be flexible. Life is unpredictable, so allow your routines to adapt. If your usual workout isn't possible, substitute it with a 10-minute stretch or a brisk walk. 4. Track progress. Use a journal, app, or simple checklist to monitor your consistency. Seeing your progress reinforces the habit. Meet David, a teacher who faced overwhelming stress during a particularly challenging school year. Instead of letting the chaos consume him, he established a simple morning routine. Waking up 30 minutes earlier to enjoy a quiet cup of coffee. Writing down 3 priorities for the day. Taking 5 deep breaths before entering his classroom. These small, intentional actions gave David a sense of control and stability, helping him stay resilient despite the challenges. Practical exercise. Build your resilience routine. 1. Identify stress points. What areas of your life feel chaotic or overwhelming? 2. Create a grounding routine. Choose one habit you can start today to create structure and stability. 3. Reflect on its impact. After a week, ask yourself, how has this routine helped me manage stress or stay focused? What's one routine you can establish today to help you feel more grounded during tough times? Routines are especially valuable during adversity. They provide a sense of normalcy and remind us of what we can control, even when everything else feels uncertain. Key benefits. Reduce overwhelm by focusing on manageable tasks. Reinforce your sense of purpose and direction. Build emotional resilience through consistent self-care. A caregiver looking after a loved one creates a daily routine that includes time for self-care, such as a nightly bath or 15 minutes of quiet reading. This routine prevents burnout and helps them stay emotionally resilient. Resilience isn't a trait you're born with, it's a skill you develop through consistent, intentional routines. These routines act as your safety net, keeping you grounded and focused no matter what life throws your way. Take a moment to reflect. What routine can you establish today to strengthen your resilience and create stability in your life? Chapter 9. Relationships and Small Wins. No one achieves success alone. Whether it's a supportive partner, a mentor, or a friend who cheers you on, our relationships often serve as the foundation for our greatest achievements. Think of Anna, a single mother returning to school to complete her degree. Balancing work, parenting, and studying seemed impossible, until her neighbor started watching her kids 2 nights a week, giving her the space to focus. That small act of kindness created a ripple effect that helped Anna succeed. This chapter explores how small, intentional actions within relationships can strengthen bonds, build trust, and ultimately fuel your success. Why relationships matter in success. 1. Emotional support. Supportive relationships help you navigate challenges and celebrate victories. 2. Accountability. When others know your goals, you're more likely to follow through. 3. Collaboration and growth. Sharing ideas and receiving feedback fosters innovation and personal development. Steve Jobs often credited his partnership with Steve Wozniak as essential to Apple's early success. Their collaboration and shared vision allowed them to achieve more together than they could have alone. Strong relationships aren't built overnight, they grow through consistent, meaningful actions. 1. Daily check-ins. A simple "how are you?" can make someone feel valued and supported. 2. Celebrating small wins together. Acknowledging each other's achievements, no matter how minor, strengthens bonds. 3. Acts of kindness. Small gestures like a handwritten note or offering to help with a task show care and appreciation. A leader who takes time to personally thank team members for their contributions creates a positive and motivated work environment. How to strengthen relationships through small wins. 1. Be present. Give your full attention during conversations. Put away distractions and listen actively. 2. Express gratitude. Regularly thank the people in your life for their support and contributions. 3. Offer encouragement. Celebrate the successes of others, no matter how small. Your encouragement can fuel their momentum. 4. Create rituals of connection. Establish routines that foster connection, like weekly family dinners or monthly coffee dates with friends. Who in your life has supported your small wins? How can you show appreciation for their impact? Returning to Anna, The single mother pursuing her degree, her neighbor's small act of babysitting evolved into a network of support. Friends offered study materials, colleagues gave her flexible shifts, and her children's teacher provided after-school tutoring. Each of these small contributions strengthened Anna's resilience and determination. By leaning on her relationships, she achieved her goal and inspired those around her. Even strong relationships face challenges. Here's how to address them. 1. Communicate openly. Share your needs and goals with those around you. Open communication fosters understanding and support. 2. Set boundaries. While relationships are essential, it's important to maintain balance and prioritize your goals. 3. Resolve conflicts positively. Approach disagreements with empathy and a focus on finding solutions. A business partnership facing creative differences used mediation to realign their vision and strengthen their collaboration. Practical exercise. Strengthen your network. 1. Identify key relationships. Write down the people who play an important role in your life: mentors, friends, family, or colleagues. 2. Plan a small gesture. Choose one person and do something small to show your appreciation, like sending a thank you note or offering to help with a task. 3. Create a supportive routine. Establish a habit of checking in with loved ones or scheduling regular meetups. Who in your life could benefit from a small, intentional action today? Small actions within relationships don't just strengthen bonds, they create a ripple effect that impacts others in profound ways. When you support someone, they're more likely to support others, creating a cycle of positivity and growth. A teacher who mentors a struggling student often sees that student go on to mentor others, spreading the impact of one small act of support. Success is rarely a solo endeavor. By nurturing your relationships through small, consistent actions, you create a strong support system that helps you thrive. Take a moment to reflect. Who has supported you on your journey, and how can you strengthen those connections? By prioritizing your relationships, you'll find that the path to success is not only more rewarding but also more fulfilling. Chapter 10. The compounding effect of gratitude. Imagine waking up tomorrow with only the things you express gratitude for today. What would your life look like? Gratitude is often seen as a feel-good practice, but it's much more than that. It's a superpower that transforms your mindset, enhances your relationships, and fuels your progress. Small acts of gratitude, when practiced consistently, have a compounding effect, creating positive momentum that extends into every aspect of life. In this chapter, we'll explore the science of gratitude and how embracing it in small, intentional ways can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Why gratitude matters. 1. Improves mental well-being. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, reducing stress and anxiety. Practicing gratitude regularly has been shown to increase happiness and overall life satisfaction. 2. Strengthens relationships. Expressing gratitude deepens connections and fosters trust. People who feel appreciated are more likely to reciprocate kindness and support. 3. Fuels resilience. Gratitude helps you reframe challenges, seeing them as opportunities for growth. A study of college students found that those who wrote daily gratitude lists experienced greater motivation and improved relationships than those who didn't. Gratitude has a profound impact on the brain and body. 1. Dopamine release. Expressing gratitude triggers the release of dopamine, creating feelings of pleasure and reward. 2. Neural pathways. Consistent gratitude practice strengthens neural pathways associated with positive thinking. 3. Stress reduction. Gratitude activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and reducing cortisol levels. Think about a recent challenge. How did gratitude, or the lack of it, affect your response? You don't need grand gestures to practice gratitude. Here are some simple ways to incorporate it into your daily life. 1. Gratitude journaling. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Be specific and focus on details. 2. Express appreciation. Take a moment to thank someone, whether it's a coworker for their help or a friend for their support. 3. Gratitude walks. As you walk, reflect on things you're grateful for in your surroundings, like the sunshine, fresh air, or the beauty of nature. 4. Reflect on challenges. Identify a difficult experience that taught you something valuable. Acknowledge the growth or lesson it brought into your life. A business owner sends handwritten thank you notes to clients each quarter. This simple act not only strengthens relationships but also cultivates a positive reputation for the business. Gratitude is like a snowball. Each small act adds to the momentum, creating a powerful force for positive change. 1. Shifting mindset. Gratitude trains your mind to look for the good, even in difficult situations. 2. Creating ripple effects. Acts of gratitude inspire others to practice it too, creating a chain reaction of positivity. 3. Building emotional wealth. Over time, gratitude strengthens your emotional resilience and equips you to handle life's challenges with grace. A family starts a tradition of sharing one thing they're grateful for at dinner each night. Over time, they notice stronger bonds and a greater sense of joy in their home. Practical exercise. Start a gratitude practice. 1. Write a daily gratitude list. Set aside 5 minutes each day to list 3 things you're thankful for. 2. Express gratitude to someone. Write a letter, send a text, or make a call to thank someone who has positively impacted your life. 3. Gratitude reflection. At the end of the week, reflect on how practicing gratitude has influenced your mindset and relationships. What is one thing you're grateful for right now? How can you express that gratitude today? When Emily faced a tough year after losing her job, she began practicing daily gratitude. At first it felt forced. But over time she noticed a shift. She became more optimistic, resilient, and open to new opportunities. This newfound mindset helped her land a job that was an even better fit than the one she'd lost. Emily's story illustrates how gratitude can transform even the hardest times into opportunities for growth. Gratitude isn't reserved for big moments, it's found in the small, everyday acts that shape our lives. By practicing gratitude consistently, you'll cultivate a mindset of abundance, strengthen your relationships, and build resilience for life's challenges. Take a moment to reflect. What's one small way you can practice gratitude today? The ripple effects of that act may surprise you. Chapter 11. Overcoming self-sabotage. Imagine this. Alex has all the tools and opportunities to succeed, yet he always seems to hit a wall. He procrastinates, overthinks, and second-guesses himself until he misses opportunities. Sound familiar? This is self-sabotage, an invisible roadblock that keeps us from reaching our full potential. It's sneaky, often disguised as perfectionism, fear, or procrastination. The good news? You can overcome it. In this chapter, we'll uncover the root causes of self-sabotage and provide practical strategies to break free from limiting patterns, empowering you to move forward with confidence and purpose. Understanding self-sabotage. 1. What is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage is when your actions, or lack of action, undermine your goals. It can manifest as procrastination, avoidance, or perfectionism. 2. Why do we self-sabotage? Fear of failure. Avoiding effort protects us from the pain of failure. Fear of success. Success can bring change, responsibility, or expectations that feel overwhelming. Imposter syndrome. Doubting our abilities leads us to self-imposed limitations. Comfort zone. Staying where it's safe feels easier than stepping into the unknown. A talented artist procrastinates on submitting their portfolio, fearing rejection. This fear keeps them from showcasing their work and growing in their career. Signs of self-sabotage. 1. Procrastination. Constantly delaying tasks, even when they're important. 2. Perfectionism. Setting impossibly high standards, leading to paralysis or burnout. 3. Negative self-talk. Believing you're not good enough or undeserving of success. 4. Avoidance. Dodging challenges or responsibilities that could help you grow. Think of a recent time when you held yourself back. What thoughts or actions contributed to it? Breaking free from self-sabotage. 1. Identify the root cause. Ask yourself, what fear or belief is driving my behavior? Am I avoiding this task because I'm afraid of failing, or because I doubt my abilities? 2. Challenge negative beliefs. Replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones. Example. Instead of "I'm not ready," say, "I'm learning and improving with every step." 3. Start small and build confidence. Focus on taking one small step forward. Each small win builds momentum and self-belief. Example. If you're procrastinating on a big project, commit to working on it for just 10 minutes. 4. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Mistakes and setbacks are part of growth. Instead of berating yourself for a missed deadline, reflect on what you can learn and improve for next time. 5. Set clear goals and intentions. Break your goals into smaller, actionable steps to reduce overwhelm. Instead of "get healthy," Set specific steps like walk 20 minutes every day or drink 8 glasses of water. Returning to Alex. After recognizing his pattern of procrastination, he started small. He committed to spending just 15 minutes each day on a task he'd been avoiding. Over time, this small action built momentum and helped him tackle larger projects. By identifying his fear of failure and replacing it with a mindset of growth, Alex broke free from self-sabotage and achieved goals he once thought were out of reach. Practical exercise. Confronting self-sabotage. 1. Identify a pattern. Reflect on a recurring behavior that holds you back. Example: I always procrastinate on tasks that involve presenting my ideas. 2. Ask why. Dig deeper to uncover the underlying fear or belief. Example: I avoid presenting because I'm afraid of being judged. 3. Take one small step. Choose a simple action to challenge the pattern. Example: today, I'll practice my presentation in front of a friend. 4. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge and reward yourself for each step forward, no matter how small. What is one small action you can take today to challenge a self-sabotaging behavior? Overcoming self-sabotage is about letting go of fear, perfectionism, and self-doubt. It's about embracing the belief that you are capable, deserving, and enough just as you are. When you break free from these limiting patterns, you open the door to endless possibilities. You step into a life of intentionality, growth, and fulfillment. Self-sabotage may be a roadblock, but it's not a dead end. By recognizing your patterns, challenging your fears, and taking small, consistent steps, you can overcome these limitations and achieve your goals. Remember, the path to growth isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. Start today by taking one small action to empower yourself and move closer to your dreams. Chapter 12. Designing a life of everyday wins. Think back to all the lessons you've absorbed throughout this journey: the importance of small wins, the power of momentum, and the impact of consistent action. Now imagine living a life where every day feels purposeful, where each step, no matter how small, aligns with your vision. This is the essence of a life designed for everyday wins. It's not about perfection or grand gestures, it's about embracing the philosophy that small, intentional actions lead to extraordinary outcomes. In this final chapter, we'll bring everything together and show you how to design a life that celebrates progress, cultivates resilience, and achieves fulfillment through daily wins. The blueprint for a life of everyday wins. 1. Clarity of vision. Your vision is the compass that guides your actions. Revisit it often to ensure alignment. Example: if your vision is to live a healthier life, break it into specific, actionable goals like meal prepping, exercising, or meditating daily. 2. Focus on small wins. Identify the small, meaningful actions that contribute to your bigger goals. Example: if you want to write a book, commit to writing 300 words a day. 3. Consistency over intensity. Regular, small actions are more impactful than sporadic bursts of effort. Example: a 15-minute walk every day is more sustainable than an hour-long workout once a month. 4. Reflect and adjust. Life changes, and so should your approach. Regularly assess your progress and pivot as needed. Example: if a certain routine isn't working, tweak it until it fits your current circumstances. Key pillars of everyday wins. 1. Mindset. Embrace a growth mindset. View setbacks as opportunities and progress as the ultimate measure of success. 2. Gratitude. Practice gratitude daily. Reflect on your wins and appreciate the journey, not just the destination. 3. Resilience. Build routines that help you stay grounded during challenges. Resilience grows from consistency and reflection. 4. Relationships. Surround yourself with people who support your vision and celebrate your progress. What small win today has brought you closer to your vision? Practical strategies for designing your life. 1. Start with a morning ritual. Begin your day with intention by setting priorities and reflecting on your vision. 2. Create an evening reflection habit. End your day by acknowledging your wins and identifying lessons learned. 3. Use visual reminders. Place motivational quotes, your vision statement, or photos of your goals in visible places to keep your focus strong. 4. Celebrate milestones. Reward yourself for progress to reinforce positive behavior and build momentum. Example: a teacher uses a journal to set daily intentions in the morning and reflect on wins at night. This practice keeps her aligned with her goals and motivated through challenges. Meet David, a software developer who once felt stuck in a cycle of burnout and dissatisfaction. By applying the principles of small wins, he transformed his approach to life. He started journaling every morning to clarify his goals. He committed to learning one new skill each week, like coding techniques or mindfulness practices. He built a routine of daily walks to decompress and reflect on his progress. Over time, these small, intentional actions not only advanced his career but also improved his mental well-being and relationships. David's journey exemplifies how designing a life of everyday wins creates fulfillment and long-term success. When you live a life of everyday wins, your actions inspire others to do the same. The positivity and momentum you create ripple outward, impacting your family, friends, and community. Example: a mother who practices gratitude and celebrates small wins models this mindset for her children, teaching them resilience and optimism. This book isn't about a one-time transformation, it's about embracing a lifelong philosophy. By focusing on small wins, aligning your actions with your vision, and cultivating resilience and gratitude, you create a life of fulfillment, purpose, and growth. Take a moment to reflect. What small action can you take today to align with your vision and celebrate your progress? As you close this chapter, remember every day is an opportunity to win. Success is not a single destination, it's a journey of intentional, meaningful steps. Take care and be well.